Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Rachel, and I'll be talking about the Dirty Wars, or Las Guerras Sucias for Spanish 204. Okay. So, ¿qué es una guerra sucia, or what is a dirty war? So, es un combate entre el ejército y los ciudadanos del mismo país. So, it's basically a war between the armies and the citizens of the same country. Y los ciudadanos típicamente son disidentes políticos. So the citizens are normally political dissidents, and a dissident is basically someone who is against a certain political regime. Okay, so next, what is the difference between a dirty war and a civil war? So, ¿cuál es la diferencia entre una guerra sucia y una guerra civil? So for una guerra sucia, so a dirty war, el ejército y los ciudadanos luchan. So it is between an army and the citizens, like I said, of the same country. Y es de forma escondida, sin un proceso legal. So it's hidden, and it's basically without a legal process. So not many people know exactly what's going on internationally. Y los ciudadanos son torturados, desaparecidos o matados por el gobierno. So the citizens are, tortured, they disappear, or they're killed by the government. So now for a civil war, so una guerra civil, so por lo menos hay dos ejércitos o grupos políticos que luchan. So in this case, there's normally at least two political groups or armies that fight against each other, rather than an army and the citizens. Y no es de forma escondida, y hay un proceso legal, so it's not hidden by anyone, and there is a legal process to it. So there's organization to it. Y también los ciudadanos son torturados, desaparecidos o matados por el gobierno. So same thing, citizens in this case are also tortured, they're killed, or they disappear from the government. So now, dictatorships, las dictaduras. So normalmente empiezan con un golpe de estado, so they normally start with a coup d'etat. And a coup d'etat is basically when a political group overthrows the current government. Y las dictaduras tienen regímenes muy fuertes y controlados. So the dictatorships have very, very strong and controlled regimens. Y las dictaduras son contra la democracia, so dictatorships are against democracy. They need all citizens and everyone in that country to abide by whatever rules that the dictator is presenting for the country. Y normalmente los países que han tenido una guerra sucia también tienen una dictadura. So normally the countries that have had dirty wars, they've also had dictatorships in the past. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about dictatorships in specific Latin American or Hispanic countries. So las dictaduras de países hispanos. So first we have Francisco Franco. He was in Spain from 1936 to 1975. Then Gustavo Rojas Pinilla. He was in Colombia from 1953 to 1957. And then La Familia Somoza in Nicaragua was from 1937 to 1979. Augusto Pinochet was from Chile from 1973 to 1990. And then finally, La Junta Militar was in Argentina from 1976 until 1983. So first is, in Chile, was Augusto Pinochet. So here, entre 30,000 y 80,000 ciudadanos fueron torturados por el ejército. So between 30,000 and 80,000 citizens were tortured by this army. Y entre 1,200 y 3,000 ciudadanos fueron matados. So between 1,200 and 3,000 citizens were killed. Y la dictadura terminó en 1990 con la elección en la que más de 50% de los chilenos votaron para terminar la dictadura y volver a la democracia. So this dictatorship ended in 1990 with an election, which is very, very rare for dictatorships. And in this specific election, over 50% I believe it was 56% of Chileans voted to end the dictatorship and return to a democracy. Then we have in Argentina, La Junta Militar. So this was the sixth dictatorship in Argentina since 1930, or fue la sexta dictadura del país desde 1930. Y habían tres líderes quienes establecieron sistemas clandestinos. So there were three main leaders in this situation, and they each established their own like clandestine systems. So basically they all went out to fight against each other secretly. Y había un sistema de secuestro de niños que nacieron a mujeres detenidas. So there's also like a system in which they would kidnap kids that were born to women that were detained due to the dirty war. So speaking of that, we have the Madres de la Plaza de Mayo. So es un grupo de personas en Argentina que busca información sobre los niños secuestrados por la Junta Militar. So this is a group of people in Argentina, mainly women, but not entirely made up of women. And in this group, they look for information and they try to get help to find the kids that were kidnapped from their mothers that were detained. And then they also try to find information on other people that went missing as well. So not just specifically the children. Y intenta conectar a los niños con sus familias biológicas. Y ya ha conectado más de 130 niños con sus familias biológicas. So they intend to connect the children with their biological families, and they've already connected over 130 children with their true families. Y finalmente, los lugares de recuerdo. So places of remembrance. So first we have el Museo de la Memoria de Derecho, el Museo de la Memoria y los Derechos Humanos, sorry. So this is the Museum of Memory and Human Rights, which is in Santiago, Chile. It's the capital. And también hay varios museos argentinos en Buenos Aires, Rosario y Córdoba. So there's also various Argentinian museums throughout the country, in Buenos Aires, Rosario, and Córdoba in Argentina. Y esos lugares fueron establecidos para recordar las víctimas de las dictaduras y las guerras sucias. So these memorials and these museums were created to remember the victims of either the dictatorships or dirty wars, both the people that have passed away as well as the victims that are still living today. So gracias. That's all that I have for this video. So all of this information can be found in the Canvas page. So if you have any other questions and stuff like that, you can find it on there. So thank you.